What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Hugo Strange here one more time here with another edition of Paranormal Activity Reloaded. So after the trilogy of Paranormal Activity films, I finally got my hold on the fourth Paranormal Activity movie, and here's what I thought. There are some glaring, plot holes with this series, and for those of you who don't know, these videos aren't reviews, they have spoilers in it, but it's just my thoughts on the Paranormal Activity series, where they're going with it, and just my thoughts on it in general. This film, although I enjoyed it, there were a lot of things that just didn't sit well with me. But a couple of things I really did like, but it's like, I almost don't know what to make of it, because it feels like we're starting back from square one rather than continuing the story that we've always had, and that I don't know what to make of it right now. For those of you who've seen the film, you know where I'm going with this, but either way, I'm just gonna kind of spell it out. So the big twist in this movie is that the new family, their son Wyatt, is actually Hunter from Paranormal Activity 2. But that raises up a big question in how did Katie lose Hunter to begin with? How did he suddenly get adopted? I mean, did she just leave them on their doorstep in order for him to be adopted? But it's how does that happen? Furthermore, Hunter's actual family was murdered. And for Hunter to be adopted, put into the system, they would kind of have to come up with some kind of, reason as to how Hunter managed to get there and adopted by a new family and leave his old family who was murdered. This stuff has to be on record, is what I'm saying. I mean, that family has security footage of Katie coming in there, and unless the footage got destroyed or something, I don't know, but there would have to be something, is what I'm saying. So I'm more than a little confused as to how that whole thing happened, because it couldn't have happened without something so insanely convoluted that it just kind of defeats the purpose of the movie, being, kind of these home movie takes on the paranormal activities. Put it like this. The first three films were legit because they were all kind of these home movie aspects of things going on inside a family. It didn't feel like a movie, is what I'm saying. I didn't feel like these were people reading off a script, and I still feel that way with this movie, which I thought was good in the places where it was good and bad in the places where it was bad. But I feel like with this Paranormal Activity 4, I feel like there's a legitimate narrative, and I don't like it. Because the strengths of the previous movies is that we actually felt like we were legitimately watching something. And in this movie, for that to happen, for him to be Hunter the whole time and to somehow be adopted by this new family, and when Katie had him, is mind-boggling to me. And it also raises up the topic is, who the hell is Robbie, and what's his deal, and how does he fit into all of this? And I just don't I'm not tracking with it. Some of the things I did like in the movie was the hauntings. I thought those were pretty cool. I thought something more dramatic was going to happen with the knife when it, went up, and I thought it was going to, come down on somebody and cause some horror there. I thought that was going to be, I thought they were really building to that, and I kind of felt let down when it just dropped without, it dropping on someone. Also, just a side note, something I was thinking about the whole time is that I find it incredible that they can record hours and hours and hours of camera footage onto this one computer. I'm like, wow, that must have some really big hard drive space, or those must be some really small files, but I just don't think so unless it breaks it up into increments. But even then, you could probably end up with having like, I don't know, 24 files a day. So, and these are, you know, movies. I'm just saying, breaking them up in hour segments. You could have 24 files a day, and that could equal to, I don't know, like several gigs. Or off that. Anyway, so I thought that was interesting, and somehow, like, a computer automatically records Skype conversations and whatnot. Not believable, but I can suspend my disbelief for the sake of the movie. So there's that. I thought it was weird how the character of Ben could just come and go as he pleased. The thing I liked about this movie is that Ben and Alex were the only characters who were invested in this whole thing. And one of the things that really just bugged the ever-loving crap out of me in this movie is when the car thing happened, when she was locked in the garage and the car started revving up and, you know, it was carbon monoxide and whatnot. And she was talking to her parents about that. It's like, woman, you have camera footage of this going on. Show them. That's undeniable proof, unless it wasn't recording at that time, which I don't see how it would, since he set up every you know, computer to record. Give me 1 second here. So that bugged me when their parents were like, you know, why'd you do that? What's going on? What happened? And I don't know. Also, they have camera footage of Katie coming into the house and doing these things, and why did she not, you know, because one of the things I liked about Paranormal Activity 3 is that he was constantly going back to the footage. He was constantly looking at the footage and saying, oh, look at this, look what happened here, and, you know, these kind of things. And I liked that aspect of the movie because he was really invested in what was going on and had concrete evidence that something weird was happening in the house, as opposed to Alex, who had the evidence but never, like, sat down and looked at it. She only looked at, like, a few things there. So just this movie dropped the ball in a lot of cases as sort of continuing the narrative of where we left off, and then just kind of jumping onto this new narrative with these new characters with a plot twist that just doesn't fit in a movie like this that's supposed to be found footage. It just doesn't track at all. So I'm really kind of unnerved as to where Paranormal Activity 5 is going to go, because the way I thought the series was going to continue after this is they would have, like, did a fast forward and had this college kid in this, you know, in a dorm and whatnot, and stuff starts to happen, and you find out that that college kid is, in fact, Hunter, and, you know. But I'm just starting to lose focus as to what Toby's end game is here, what his goal and purpose is. It talked about sacrificing a virgin and things of that nature, and Robbie, I just don't know. I don't know what to make of it, and I'm really just not sure where the series is going to go. But I'm still going to stick with it because I like it, and I'm curious as to what's going to happen with it. Even though I'm none too impressed with Paranormal Activity 4, I'm still want to see how this thing turns out, because I want to see if they have an end game or if they just keep churning out subpar sequels, which is kind of what they're starting to do here with 4. I know a lot of people didn't like 3, but I really, really liked 3. I really did. 3 was great to me. That 3 was thumbs up to me. I really didn't like Paranormal Activity 4. 1 was okay. 1 was good to get us started. 2 was good, but 3, I think, nailed it as far as what they were going for, what they were trying to do, and how the whole series kind of evolved. So, with this movie, Paranormal Activity 4, I don't know what's going to happen well, with the upcoming movie Paranormal Activity 5, I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just kind of, you know, whatever they come up with, it better be good. Anyway, that will do it for me. Let me know what you guys think of Paranormal Activity 4 in the comments below, and I will see you guys later. Peace.